Welcome back to Truck Ownership 101. Class is now in session. Seriously though, thanks for being here and for the support by subscribing and for using the links in the descriptions. Every bit helps and things are really starting to take off, so thank you. As promised in my previous video, we are going to do a chrome delete on the Trail Boss. We will be going after the exhaust tips, the badges on the tailgate, and the Z71 badge, and the 6.2 liter badges on the hood. Let's get started. Different options to chrome delete. Let's talk about those. If you want to spend the money on a long-term solution with the best results, I recommend just buying all new badges on eBay and then having your tips powder coated. That's the option I went with, but let's check out a couple more options. Plastidip or Duplicolor are great options if you're looking to reuse your current parts and save some money. You can get a project done for around 10 bucks, and you can always go back to chrome if you want to change your look down the road. Manufacturers say the dip will only last around 6 months, but from my research, people have been getting away with more time, especially on things like plastic badges. There is a product out there called Super Wrap. Basically, it's a spray-on vinyl wrap. This stuff can be used on wheels and will last for years, according to the manufacturer. But if you read the directions carefully, it says not to use the stuff on plastics. So that pretty much removes it for every option other than your exhaust tips, which isn't a bad idea since painting over chrome can be a pain if you don't prep the surface right, and our tips are not actually connected to the exhaust system, so they won't get too hot for the wrap. All right. Let's remove these tips so they can be powder coated. As I said before, the tips are not connected to the exhaust pipes. They are actually connected to the bumper using 3 10mm bolts. It is possible to complete this step using a small 1/4 inch driver and socket, but if you have a battery powered ratchet, you're gonna want to use it. The space inside the bumper to get these 2 top bolts is pretty tight, and you would only likely get a few degrees of motion out of each ratchet turn. A large electric ratchet is a bit of a pain to get in place, but once you're there, you're off to the races. After removing the 2 top bolts, the third up above the tip is pretty straightforward to get out, but still, the electric ratchet is the best option. Now is a good time to note how the clips are positioned on the tips, and how the tips are labeled L for the left tip and R for right tip. Knowing that will make install go a lot better. So while these tips are getting powder coated, let's go after these badges on the hood. I'm sure these chrome badges pop really nice on darker colored trucks, but they do nothing for me on a white truck. As you can see, I already did the driver's side and they stand out so much better. The first thing you will want to do is tape off your original badges to ensure your new decal will be in the right spot. I'll link these badges in the description because they came with these foam alignment guides. They were so nice for ensuring spacing and alignment. I wouldn't recommend trying to rip these badges off like this. If the adhesive is too good or the paint didn't adhere super well under these, you could take some paint off. The best way to remove badges is using some dental floss or plastic fishing line like a saw to cut through that foam adhesive. Be patient and plan on replacing a broken line or two along the way. Once the badges are gone, roll off that remaining adhesive and use some Goo Gone to prep the surface. Clean the surface one more time to remove any residue from the Goo Gone and apply the new badges. I know this is a critical time and you want the alignment to be absolutely perfect, but with the way we set ourselves up, we are probably being more critical than they were at the factory with the originals. As you can see, once everything is firmly in place and the tape is removed, they look great. I love doing these hood badges because I can actually see them when I'm in the truck, so it's gratifying work I can enjoy even while driving. The rear badges are more of the same. Having that foam template is huge for the Silverado badge, so again, I'll link that one in the description too. Taping off each letter for perfect placement on that would have been a huge pain. The LT badge, though, I bought didn't come with that foam, but with only 2 letters, it's pretty easy to tape off the edges to know exactly where to put those. As you can see, these badges look great. All that's missing back here are those tips, but we'll get to those later. Let's move on to the Z71 badges. These by far took the most patience to cut off. Find some heavier test fishing line for these. I was breaking 12-pound test, but the fishing line was also older than I am. Prepping the surface with Goo Gone and then cleaning that off with a non-aggressive cleaner means you are ready for applying your decals. On all of the badges, but especially for these large ones, I recommend using a hair dryer to warm up the adhesive so it bonds better. And there you go. I really like these badges I found. They are the exact size and style of the factory badges, and they look way better than I could have hoped to have achieved with a spray dip, especially with that tiny diamond cut pattern in the 71. Here is what they look like from the backside. If you're adventurous, you could cut those tabs, separate the chrome from the red, just paint the chrome and super glue them back together. Then you just have to get your own double-sided foam tape and stick them back on. But honestly, that sounds like a lot more than the $55 these ran me. Plus, I get to find fun places to put my old badges to get eye rolls from my wife. Okay, it's been a little over a week and the tips are done. Shout out to JIT Powder Coating in Farmington, Minnesota for giving me a deal on this amazing and thorough paint job. I've had plenty of projects that needed powder coating, and I found that if you want to get the best deal on small parts like these, tell a company that you're willing to wait for a while for the next time they run the color that you want. That's kind of kept all my prices pretty reasonable. Remember that R and L on these tips? Here's why. As you can see, the top mounting hole is offset to the middle of the truck. That's why these tips only go on one side. Here are those threaded clips again. Make sure they are in place before install. Also, make sure you thread the bolts in by hand first, especially if you are using power tools like this ratchet. Everything is a really tight fit in here, but if the angle you're working at is too much to deal with, the footsteps in the sides of our bumpers are removable. It's just some screws inside the footstep at the top and a bolt behind them if you can get at from under the truck. They will just pivot out once everything's freed up. Okay, after getting this last bolt in, we can pull the ratchet out and get a look at the finished product. All right, these are great. It's hard to believe people are buying these tips for $200 on eBay. Honestly, if I were to change anything, I think I would have sent maybe a couple of those top clips in to be powder coated to match as well. If you get low, you can kind of see them, but again, you'd have to be sitting down on the ground to see that. I've seen gloss tips and matte tips for these trucks, and with both of those finishes showing up all around our bumper area, you can't really go wrong with whatever you decide to go with. Well, there you have it, a DIY Midnight or Rally Edition Trail Boss. I know there are cheaper ways to complete this mod, but the pros of this being the most durable, the best looking, and permanent solution was well worth the cost of about $120. Links for everything I showed you are in the description, including one for this sweet hat, so check out those links. So what's your plan of attack for this mod? Let me know in the comments section. Throw this video a like and sub if you haven't. I have a lot more videos coming that I hope you watch. All right, class dismissed.